Hello beautiful people, once again welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Joseph Vegas once again popping away or around in Nyabohansi village. Today I'm coming live from different angle and different corners. As you can see, I'm just coming from the rooftop somewhere. Somewhere in Nyabohansi, back areas of Nyabohansi, guys. You can see there is a mountain, small mountain over there. There's a home here, there's a beautiful house down here, and also this is one of the projects, the new projects in Nyabohansi are just coming on. Nyabohansi people are just working hard, some of them, and today I just wanted to come and see one of my people in Nyabohansi and the youthful in Nyabohansi. So I wanted to come and see him and talk some of the issues and discuss a lot of things going on in Nyabohansi, just because I like to know something from him. And you can see this is his project. You can see it's a four bedroom house, and it's not bad, guys. It's a new project which is in Nyabohansi right now, as you can see. And I say that I have to come and show you the progress in Nyabohansi. You know, Nyabohansi is progressing in different ways. Like this one is a very new project. You can see I'm with one of the let him introduce himself.
Wagwan.
Yeah.
Inadital. Hello, beautiful people, wherever you are. It's _Gintu. Back again to the route. Here we are. It's one-on-one coming out with Joseph Vegas. And here we come. Thank you very much, bro, for you visiting.
Thank you so much.
We're going to be making it happen, bro.
Right now.
Everything is so good, man.
So good.
Exactly, man.
How have you been?
I've been so good, and a little bit busy here and there.
Yeah, I can see.
Making sure that everything is coming out clearly.
Yeah.
And with no much of hesitations, the G Castle is coming out booming.
The G Castle is coming out booming. What is the G Castle?
The G Castle, a castle is a very nice and very fantastic and like a bungalow house. Eh?
Oh.
Yeah.
A G Castle is like a bungalow
house. A castle is like now the G. The G is the real G.
The real G. A vocabulary man, I usually call you that way. A booming man.
Yeah.
How have you been, bro?
I've been so good, man. It's just the helter-skelters of the days. Making sure that we're gonna be making things to come out clearly. You have to be so a little bit busy here and there, and minimization of being in town a little bit, but you have to go forward.
It has been long. Apart from that, we have been seeing each other here and there. But on camera, it has been long. You remember the last time we did a podcast?
Some 4 months ago.
Yeah, I think 4 to 3 months ago.
Yeah, exactly.
But I think you are doing well.
Yeah. I'm prospering. The last time I met you, I never had even a plan of talking about, but I had a plan that I'm gonna be building, but I never had a plan of which kind of a house specifically. I was bringing some materials. Even I've never engaged the engineer that which kind of a house. I started talking about I want to bring material. Whatever I know, what I know is one. It doesn't matter that which kind of a house.
But the material
what matters is the materials must be there. A hardcore must be there, whether you like it or not.
Whether it's a custom building or what, you have
to have
whether you have an engineer plan or not.
You have the sand should be there.
The
cement should be there, whether you like it or not. So I started arranging myself small, and much of the people like the way you have just seen how the G Castle is coming out.
Yes.
Somebody might think about maybe I planned it like come so you can just start it. I started planning with it 4 months ago.
4 months ago.
Exactly.
The house or the collection of
materials. That collection of material, it means that I was planning.
You are planning.
Exactly. It was in the plan. Exactly. And before even the plan, I could just get a certifying plan. I had already brought like I brought materials like first I started with 10 trips of sand.
10 trips of sand?
Yeah. 10 trips of hardcore, 4 trips of ballast, like 3 trips of maram. So I talked about, and I started with the 150 cement I purchased.
You purchased.
So I talked about, okay, this one's now.
You are good to go.
And talk about the steels, D10, D12, D8, R6. I had like a total of 67 or to 70 there.
70.
Yeah. Yeah.
But with the bricks, you did it earlier. I
Bricks,
saw you
bricks,
arranging.
I started it. Yeah,
Yeah,
you
started with the bricks.
when I started the bricks like a month before I could start bringing the other materials like hardcore, like sand. Yeah, collecting them together. So during that time, I had a good soil that I was getting the bricks from, and
Just around you, just at home here.
it's just there. We will just go there because
behind the house.
Yeah, I have the 10,000 bricks that I've burnt and they're still ongoing. It's today I've just talked about I could just go and pour some water on top so as it cannot
cool down.
It cannot cool down before, because I want next week, like on Monday, they should continue making sure that they're gonna be having this wall, because that wall, it should be coming all like and going to join the other wall.
One. Yeah, exactly. I can see from there this way. This way to hide this one. You know, this house are called it's a hidden roof.
It's a hidden roof. Exactly.
Inverted roof. We call them inverted roofs.
Yeah, exactly. But it doesn't have much of the things. The only thing that it takes muchly, we can talk about it is the other materials like bricks. It takes a lot of bricks. Lot of bricks.
This kind of
do you know that these bricks are here are 18,000?
No.
They are 18,000.
How can it be 18,000, guys?
They are 18,000, bro.
No? How?
18,000
bricks.
Look at it the way it is.
Sure.
Exactly.
Yeah. A 4-bedroom house.
It's a 4-bedroom. It's because of the extended walls.
Extended walls.
You know, it's
some decorations.
It's a 58 by 52.
58 by 52 square meter. Wow. It's big.
It's big.
Yeah.
It's a 58 by 52.
I agree with you.
Exactly. So it's one of the biggest houses that are going to be coming out clearly. And we are trying the best. And you know that the bricks I'm talking about at the kiln right now, and they are cooling down right now. They are of the 30,000.
30,000.
They are the ones that are making it to be 30,000, the total bricks that I have just formulated.
So you yourself, just from home here.
That's from home, and that's the best moment, because you can calculate
18,000 plus 10,000.
That's 28, approximately. 30,000.
Exactly. Yes, because of some broken pieces.
Broken pieces.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's a very good one.
Yeah. So the only thing that I saw about when we were having some constructions here and there, I used to know that a brick is something which is so good in terms of even water absorption. It's good, and that's why I decided to use much of the bricks than to use the blocks. Because I consider.
You considered bricks than blocks.
Exactly, because I had the raw material to formulate the bricks. It's not like a person can talk about, I have a small piece of land, and this kind of a piece of land, I have to construct it there. I have to have some kitchen garden there. So I don't have to excavate or get some talk about bricks from there. So, but me, we had some older houses that I demolished.
Then you turned it.
Then I had to formulate the bricks from there.
Okay, I understand. So instead of wasting this udongo, you formulated to bricks.
Exactly. Some of even the topography of this kind of the house. You can see we are that's the hill, and that's
over there, guys. You can see it's over the hill.
Exactly. So the best moment of even having this kind of a structure here, you can see where we are right now. It's called an upstairs veranda. So people will be just sitting here.
It's looking like a balcony, but it's a veranda.
Exactly.
You can raise it up.
Exactly. You can decide to raise. It can go. It can hold the people. You can just make it a room up here. It's how you decide. And it's a concrete guttered, because it's one of the uniquest. Much of the people don't use it. It's because of the materials. They fear materials. Because me, I talked about I want to have something which is so legit.
You collected enough material.
I collected, because the thing that mostly of the people are fearing, it's like the concrete gutter. The concrete gutter, they talk about, it's a wastage of some materials, and some people end up doing
what I believe is this part you see here. If you get it if you get a QC, do you know what meaning by the QC? Quality control.
Quality control. Yeah,
if you go and calculate it in quality control, it will find it consumes a lot of cement, ballast, sand.
I can tell you, because I was the one who was buying them. I can tell you, because I was the one who was buying them.
So you know the calculation.
I know everything, because it's getting 60 cements here.
60 cement.
60 cement.
And maybe...
And it was 130 steels.
Yeah.
Combined D10, D12, and D8.
Yeah.
Because
you make the platform.
To make, and also you know it has some supports from down.
Yeah.
You have to
The
get
pillars.
the trappers.
Yeah.
Talk about the pillar. One pillar, like the one you are seeing there, it gets 3 bags of cement, bro.
This one.
3 bags of cement. One.
And how many D10s?
No D10 there.
Yeah.
D12s.
D12s.
D12.
Yeah,
6.
6 D12s.
Yeah, 6.
To make that one pillar.
To make it one, it was having like 4 D12s and some D. It was being rounded by D8, like 2 pieces of D8. And talk about cement. Talk about the ballast was the one that you go and purchase, the crash one.
The crushed one.
Yeah. The crushed one. It was there, and they've just they are now.
We have the bigger one, the small size.
Yeah.
The number 1 size.
Yeah. Nini? Kuna mtunda hapo man. Wacha tu iende uko na mawili baro. Yeah, so when you consider having everything here, because even to purchase something like the ballast, the small one, the crushed one, you know, per ton, it's 2,300 per ton. So you can calculate 12 tons. How much you can calculate? It's more than 25, 26. And the transport, it's more than 30.
Around 30,000.
Exactly. So somebody will talk about, it's just a ballast here. So when you go to consider how it's, you can see the smoothness of.
I see.
Yeah.
We call, of course, we call it that ballast is being called. Is it chopping? Something of that.
The chopping?
The chopping? Yeah, the number one.
The number one, exactly. Yeah. They're the ones that are using.
And we have a company here in Mgor which is for Indian people.
For the Indian.
Yeah,
the Muhindi.
The Muhindi.
Yeah, that's how we talk about. And you know, my friend, what is mostly, much of the people we talk about, how Gintu came up with this kind of an idea and how did they come out to have this kind of an idea here and there. The only thing I can just tell people is everything is small. Never ever talk about maybe you are demoralized about when, because Gintu has short period of time in the YouTube, and most of the people we talk about, Gintu maybe has a bigger sponsor who is just sponsoring. That's a wrong thing, bro. The real valid point, I'm telling you.
That's a wrong idea.
If
anyone will be saying that Gintu is being sponsored with a big sponsor, that's a wrong idea.
Yeah, wrong idea. The only thing people are talking about, Gintu, will talk about small things like 10
who are these people?
The supporters. Yeah, they talk about I cannot deny it because they always give. Talk about Gintu, I'll buy you 10 cements, I'll buy you this, I'll buy you this. They're squeezing it to go.
But according
the bigger picture,
according to my point of view, anyone who is willing to support,
exactly,
we really accept that.
Exactly.
If anyone willing to support,
anyone,
because if you ask me as to why, the development is coming to Nyabuhansi.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the people are developing, and there are people who are enjoying because they ever saw Gintu in a small panel. I was until how I've just reached there. They talk about Gintu, you have you are moving. You understand?
You are moving.
And you are moving. If you are moving, we have to make sure that we are even us making sure that you get the morale. You understand? And it's not like a person can talk about Gintu are gonna be sponsoring the whole house. No. That's wrong.
It's in bits.
It's a small thing, like cement, like 2 D10, D12s here. You understand? And we are moving forward.
Sure.
And you can whatever I was trying to tell you is you can see the land. The land I have just already tilled. The whole land. From the far end where you can just see that's my land here, and it's coming to this, and the other one are down here, and others are from the other section. So I am a good farmer.
How many hectares?
Like 12.
12 good hectares.
Specifically.
You yourself.
Yeah.
How many boys are you? This is a land from home or
we have the ancestral. The ancestral land. I have like 4 hectares.
Yeah. 4 hectares, 4 acres.
4 acres.
4 acres.
So 4 acres.
Yeah.
And also, whenever we talk about the one that I have, that I just hustled and made it, they're like some like
8, 7.
8, 7.
Just around here.
Yeah, it's not so far, and the fish pond are the ones that are so far. A little bit.
Wherever you located the fish ponds is your own sweat.
Exactly.
Oh,
exactly.
Where are they? If you
they are at the marwa village there.
Down there?
Yeah.
Oh, it's far.
Yeah, it's
it's
very
far. How
far.
do you manage to get that one?
my friend, that's why we have other lands there.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly, we have other lands.
So, so many people are asking themselves, is it real that what is really happening on the, how can I put it? What's really happening on the social media, that you are on some people's neck to make it out from yourself? That means that maybe there's someone behind you donating you something to pull down other people's name for you to... sorry guys, my battery went off, but we are catching up from where we left, guys. So you are telling me that everyone has his own or her own strategy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's the main point.
Yeah.
And what gets people to a different module, you know, when what I go with, I understood whenever Amaro himself told me one day that Gintu, you know, my strategy will never be your strategy.
That's right.
Do you know that Nasto's strategy will never be your strategy?
My Yuguno's strategy will
never be your strategy.
Yeah.
And you will never have to copy somebody and make it. Whenever you see somebody has ever made it because of, let me say this, put this kind of a point this way. Sorry for recording this a little bit. No problem.
Okay.
Yeah. Let me say this kind of a point once and for all.
Yes.
There are people who think about you have to get some people's strategy so as you can make it. And you can never see somebody's strategy talking about, oh guys, I'm building. I can build, but the building is not my strategy. But what is giving me this kind of, and what people have ever been listening to Gintu or watching from Gintu, it's a different thing that brings money. Let me tell you this. Do you know that even whenever I shoot some videos of how the construction is going, it can never get to a video that I have reacted. Do you get me?
Really?
Even if you talk about you're going to be going to a state, sorry to the people who think about our Gintu is a little bit doing this and this. The reaction, if people have to watch the reaction, they have ventured themselves into reaction. There are people whom, if you don't have the reaction, they will never watch.
They oriented reacted.
They will never watch, my friend, the reaction that you have done. And there are people who enjoy whenever they hear about this and this and this and this is coming out clearly. And there are people who talk about, no, I don't want this. I want the reality. I want to see how the construction is going. But I try to mix it. But this kind of, they talk about the home construction, talk about the other preparations here and there, visiting somebody, having this and this. They have a less impact
On it.
But whenever it comes to the reaction, it's the one that is having much of the tension.
So that means that most of your audience, they believe in reaction.
Because that's what I fed them. Yeah, that's what I fed them from the first.
And you have a good number of audience.
Exactly.
From this, of course, what I believe here is everyone is on YouTube to make something which will assist anyone else. Or will be a benefit to the village.
Exactly.
According to this reaction you usually do. Because me, I usually watch your video. I usually even comment to your videos.
Exactly.
I usually say kaboom,
kaboom,
kaboom.
He'll slash in my fire.
What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? You being on this other side of the camp, which is the reaction.
Yeah.
What do you think this reaction is benefiting the village? When we come there, leave alone now the audience. Let's come to the village now.
Okay, to the village. Number one, we have like 2 points to get it. The question I've just asked.
Yes.
The impact of the reaction to the environment.
In the environment.
Or to talk about the ecosystem we are living.
Yeah. Here in Nyabohan.
Point number one.
Yeah.
I'm enlightening the people who are coming up as YouTubers. Don't think about you will ever depend on somebody and make it. Don't think about you have to depend on somebody. One day it will become a fault on you. And what I've said, you know, sometimes we come out with a reaction regarding with what we ever saw. I react with what I ever saw, so it can never happen to you again. That's point number one. Point number two, we are putting people in talk about in a motion that whatever you are ever seeing outside here, it's totally different. It's a different world. And whoever wants to get to the YouTube platform, thinking about you have ever seen Gintu doing this, know that when you come in, you'll know that things are totally different. And that's the biggest. And number 3 is you know, when it comes to the reaction, if you have reaction of entertainment, I have a reaction, but it has entertainment on it. You understand? So there's something like you can talk about, you go to Churchill show in Kenya. Then you go and ask them, we have laughed, yeah, it was a laughter day, it was so hilarious, it was so funny. Then you ask the guy, what is the impact of that kind of the, talk about, you go to a theater, you ask the person who was there, who was entertaining, asking the guy that, you know what, your entertaining was so good, but does it have any benefit to the village? You talk about that's entertainment. Whether it has a teaching, it has teachings, or it has the other side. But entertainment fully, it's either it has something that will make somebody to laugh and go on with the life.
Do you go back after every video? Me, I usually read my comments after every video so that I can learn where I have done mistakes, where I've done wrong, where I've done good, to advance for the next video. After every video that you usually do, sometimes I believe that you get a lot of comments.
Exactly.
Some of them you cannot read them. But have you ever take time to go through them?
I read everything.
What do you realize?
I realize much of the people are to my side. I can tell you this as a fact. They like reaction of entertainment.
Reaction of entertainment.
That's the audience I have, mostly. They like reaction of entertainment. And most of them, yes, we have the supporters who are there to watch everything. Whether you do bad, whether you do good, they'll motivate you. They are there. It's not like it's only Gintu who is making this kind of the strategy only. We have everybody. And right now, I'm telling you this as a fact. The CPM, and talk about it, the watch rate now, it has gone low. Right now.
Why?
It's because of January, February, March, and some time of April. From April forward, you'll see things are changing from talk about
May,
from May, June,
July.
Now things will be so good. I don't know. Much of the people have the audience from overseas, and whenever we talk about, like right now, we have they are having some cold seasons there. Some people are in their houses doing some other things here and there. So it becomes so hard for them to talk about. I have to sit down and watch you. You understand? So it becomes. But whenever it comes to a sunny and winter there, talk about maybe summer or such kind of the seasons there, it will be so good in terms of that.
Okay.
And right now, I'm telling you, everybody right now is crying about the CPM and also the viewers. Everybody now is complaining. Look at anyone who was getting more than 30,000, 20,000.
No matter what audience you have.
Exactly. Right now. Have you checked it?
Yeah, because even sometimes we, the small YouTubers like me, the upcoming YouTubers like me, maybe you're getting below 1,000 watching or viewers. Compared to the other time.
To the other time, like last year.
Like
last year it was high.
It was very high.
It was from June to December. It's so good. January to June, it's something. Sometimes it's so difficult. And what's the impact of much of the people want to be talking about? Gintu, the benefit you have talked about into the ecosystem. Talk about what a person can gain. In terms of educational purposes, I have different types of videos. I have the construction video, I have reaction video, I have the charity videos, and I have farming videos. You understand? So when it comes to the clarity and the clarity of the person, whenever you find this kind of a video, it's good to you, you will watch it and you will be entertained with that. There are people who are very entertained with charity. You understand?
They're so deep in charity.
They are so whenever they see somebody is being helped, whenever they see somebody is getting something good, or Gintu has sponsored this kind of a person getting something good, they're so good about that one. They feel so good. And there are people who are talking about, whenever you help this kind of the people, maybe they never helped themselves. Why do you get? So we have different kind of the people who always support and they are watching us. You understand? And also we have some people who like reaction. Whenever they don't see reaction, my friend, maybe there are people who subscribe. There are people who subscribe to my channel because of the reaction. Whenever they don't see, they don't watch.
Whenever
they see it's charity, they talk about
So,
we have such
sometimes I can get into the point that you've said. I may agree with you sometimes.
Yeah.
Because even me, there are some videos, if I skip to make, someone will just come and tell me, hey, what's wrong, guy?
Go back.
Go back and do this and this and this and this and this.
Yeah.
To you, are these people that we usually hear that are sending you some cash to do some reaction?
There's no one, my friend. I'm telling you as a fact.
Have you ever received any donation to go and do reaction?
No, I've never received any reaction, any money.
Sure.
I'm telling you that as a fact.
Sure.
Because I'm 100%. Even if you bring a Bible, I can tell you that. That's the fact.
Okay.
What I know myself is one. I've never ever talked about I can depend on somebody to make something. Talk about, I have to get somebody so as I can just fund me, I do this. I do it when I know that this kind of a thing, maybe I want to rectify something. I want to do something different. You understand? So as things will ever change somehow, or will bring a change once upon a time.
Okay.
Exactly. But the real fact about somebody talking about I'm going to be getting some funds, it's a misleading because everybody has to talk. Like somebody will ever talk about, Gintu is building a very big house. It's a G castle there. And, as we know him, it's something that it could be built with somebody who is bigger. It doesn't matter. And that's why I talked about much of the people don't know what I'm doing specifically. And sometimes I ever said about Gintu is having something called, we can talk about the 3%. It's what much of the people knows about me.
3%?
Only 3%.
Of what?
Only what people knows me. How you see me.
How people they know you
Exactly.
is 3%. The 87% nobody knows you.
97% nobody knows.
Sure.
Exactly.
Even me.
Even you. Fact.
That is Gintu himself. Guys, if you are tuning in this channel, my name is Joseph Vegas and this is Gintu himself.
Yeah.
You can go and check him out or check me out from his channel. Just put a comment down there. As we are doing here is we are just discussing. A humble discussion.
Exactly.
I heard that if you finish this project, the next project is Mr. Kohera's senior project. Is it the same person who funding you? Is the same person who is funding?
Let me tell
Mr.
you, my
Kohera?
friend, even I don't know that kind of a man. I've never met him.
Really?
And who is he? The only thing I know
And
about,
who is she?
The only thing that I know, the only thing that I know about him is that it was part of the family to marwa. That's the only thing I know about him. I've never met him, or even one-on-one. I've never met him.
The one who funding.
The person who is telling you I'm being funded, it's just totally like they're just making such kind of the accusations, not knowing that.
No. Let me put it clear. Whatever I'm asking you, I told you I read your comments too much.
Exactly.
Whatever I'm speaking here, it's coming from the comments.
Yeah.
Of different
sources.
different videos that you ever do.
Yeah.
So that I heard that after this project there is a new project to Mr. Kohera's. So that's why I was asking that is it the same person who may be behind this project? Is the same person is going to be on that project?
Nobody's behind this project, bro.
Really?
Even right now I can tell you I've stopped working because of this one to dry.
And this one?
Yeah. Only this kind of...
this one, it needs 21 days.
21 days to dry.
Yeah.
So when it dries, they're going to be getting some soil and talk about the sand. A place, they will just withdraw from down, place it here, and they start the construction of the outer wall. So as whenever it's finished, right now I've started bringing tiles. For what? For
the house.
If it could be just I'm being funded, my friend, I'm telling you, I'm doing it small. Even the trees that I get some timbers are mine. You understand? The only thing that I just did is paying the power saw guy to lumberize
the timbers.
But the fact about being sponsored, that's a very big lie.
Sure.
I have my own sources that are getting in my own things. I'm telling you this as a one only. I'm a bigger supplier of vegetables. Schools and hospitals in Nyabuanse. Go and ask.
Where are the vegetable shamba?
You'll never see them. Once they're just at the far end.
Oh,
Yeah.
not around here.
And right now I have some nurseries here. Come,
Yeah.
come. Some nurseries for the vegetables.
Yeah. That is enough to supply for schools and hospital. How many schools do you supply in Nyabohansi?
3.
3 of them?
3 schools.
Yeah.
See, there are the far
Oh,
end.
the one
There's some
which
of
have
nurseries.
the-
Yeah,
some
this has
of-
been
some of the
rounded.
net.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have like 3 nurseries there.
Yeah.
And it's scales.
Yeah.
So the shambas you are seeing, they have now been plowed already. They are
This
just-
one.
Yeah, there someone's there, some the far end. They're gonna be coming with this kind of the vegetables I'm talking about, and it's just Amunya Buanza School, Isibania School, Saint Angela School. So the biggest school that have a bigger population, and we have to make sure that things are going there like the vegetables. So some of the people think about people are just sitting outside here thinking about this and that and this. Some people are ahead.
Some
already.
people are
Some people are
ahead.
ahead about that one. Yeah.
They are far.
They are very far.
Yeah.
And also I have much of the hospitals like in Nyabohanse. I am the supplier of other essential equipment.
I saw you supplying eggs. Where are the chickens?
Right now I've stopped the chicken because of I had a scarcity of talk about the rooms were not enough for the storage of the materials.
Okay.
So after I finished the house was now it's acting like a store right now.
Right now.
Exactly.
That one was rearing the chickens.
I've reared the chicken. Now after finishing, I'll just come up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even if you can calculate how much did the chicken pay me, and somebody will talk about it was more than 200 something thousand
per day.
No. After selling the whole, after now selling some eggs and now selling everything to make sure that I'm creating room for the store.
You
it
made
was
around 200,000.
a profit.
A profit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was more than. So you can now understand that some people have other different sources to get money. So when a person is coming out talk about Koira Senior, even I don't know him, man.
You don't know him, man?
I've never met him.
Yeah.
The only thing is I've never supported him. I have never, because he's a failure too.
He's a failure too.
Yeah, he's a failure. Because if he could not gather, how can the Congrats dad take the wife while he was around? Failure. That's a failure.
So you cannot support
I
him.
cannot support somebody who has failure.
But he usually say that you Masubo, Sejo.
Who told you?
Listen to me. He said that he has a lot of boys in Nyabohanse. He said that you, Masubo, how do we call Ernest, Sejo. Those are his big boys in Nyabohanse. How do you call your father a failure?
How can I be and I've never met you? How can I be?
No, that's what he says.
My friend, let me tell you about my reality about whatever comes out from Gintu. It's the fact. I've never talked about I support.
But Gintu, there is something you're hiding me here, bro.
Say it.
Because if this is the first project that is coming in from on your side, and the second project is going to Kohera, so there is you must know something.
Whoever
in between
told you that,
and,
let me
Kohera.
tell you one thing. What I like mostly is a person who is talking about you're gonna be Gintu is being supported. The next project will only be there. I'm gonna be sending some receipt. Talk about send me the receipt. I confirm you are sent Gintu 800,000 Kenya shillings. You send Gintu 1 million. Send it.
The receipt.
Send the receipt and talk about Gintu has ever received 1 million, 2 million Kenya shillings so as he can just build the house. That's the fact. I'm telling you, we will never see it.
So the fact is you don't know that project of Kohera.
I don't know. I'm telling you the fact that even Kohera, I don't support him. Because I tell you, it was a failure the first time. If we can just leave the wife to be married with another person, and he's a failure too. Because even if the guy grabbed, where were you?
Where were you?
Where were you?
And why is he really crying every day?
He's crying because he's content.
So this is about the content.
This is about the content,
but it's not about to bring the wife back.
Yeah, that nobody tells you about, Kohera Senior is what. I've never met him personally. And I've never got such kind of an urge talking about I'm going to be meeting this kind of a man so as you can just have a discussion. I don't have even that kind of a time right now, I'm telling you.
One word to our Kohera is an aged person.
Yeah, I understand.
Is our father.
Yeah.
One word to him, because he made a mistake for the first time.
Yeah.
And I see now he's repeating the same mistake by
You're
crying.
gonna be repeating. You're gonna be repeating.
What can you tell him?
The only good solution for him to do, it's to make sure that because Madam Esther went for good.
She moved on.
She moved on already. Even if they were dancing, let that dance be that is a history.
It's a history.
It's a
for
history.
now.
It will foretell, because right now, what I can just talk about is look at this kind of thing keenly. Has he married? That's a question I'm asking. Has he married?
Kohera.
Yeah.
Kohera is married.
He's married.
With
So
children
why
there.
couldn't he wait for Esther? Right now, you could be coming out to tell people, guys, I never even married.
Waiting for-
I'm waiting for her, and Mr. Congrats Dad took over my game. That's the point that we could just talk about. We are sympathizing with him.
But he moved
But
on.
he moved on also. So whom are you confirming to?
So the reality is he must move on and he must stop crying.
You continue crying, because the world is for everybody.
The world
You are
is-
free. Yeah, you are free. If you want to cry, you just cry.
No problem.
No problem. What we need is the point to reach home.
I've reminded up to this stage, I've remembered something that I usually say, that sometimes I usually think if we can discuss this off the camera, because it's deeply concerning about the family issues.
The family issues.
Yeah. Sometimes I usually think it's very wise if we can discuss it off the camera. But because now we are in the game of YouTube, we can discuss it.
You know, we call him the father of YouTube in Nyabohanse. He always solved everything in the camera.
On the camera.
Solve it.
No, it's not about solving, but I can
solve
ask to know.
Exactly.
When you are growing, have you ever asked how many your father, how many wives did he manage to marry?
My father is a legend.
Yeah.
My father has 2 wives, man.
2 wives.
And I don't know if porcupines are there. I think so.
Outside there.
Yeah.
But have you ever asked him that when they were growing? Because what I believe is Mr. Congrat's dad moved to this village. He was never made. He was never born here.
Yeah,
but now we can say he's made here.
Yeah, exactly.
How many years do you think is right now?
Do you know that I was, it was like 19s there, 2000s there.
2000.
2000s there, 90 somethings there.
Yeah.
But the real fact is I was I got I got born.
You found
and
him.
I found him.
Which
And I knew, because I was supplying milk to him too.
Oh.
I was a boy.
Oh, you are
a very young boy. I was
supplying milk in the village.
In the village, even him including. And I can remember I was like standard 2.
Standard 2.
Which is grade 2 here. Grade 2 is like 8 years there.
8 years? No. Grade 2. Grade 2? No. Grade 2. Now we have
grade 2 is like
we
8
have
years.
we have grade 2 and what? And how do you know this CBC?
It's grade. It's
CBC
it's called grade.
Yeah, grade
It's the
2.
same. Yeah. It's like
class
8
2.
years. It's like it's called class 2.
Yeah,
that's 8 years.
8 years.
Yeah.
8 to 9 years.
Yeah, I can just remember during that time he came to buy a calf of a dairy cattle from here, and that
From your dad?
From my dad, because we are having the dairy cattle from 1984. My dad had them here, so he was the one of the biggest farmer of the dairy cattle here. So people were coming to purchase this kind of the calves from
and
here.
The milk.
I saw him the first time he came to my home, and I was the one who he told me that tata nifukuzie tunaenda kwenda sehemu hii, naenda kwenda nyumbani. So it was he told me that I have to just make sure that the calf is moving. I had to be back so as I can just
you push it.
push it. Yeah.
So my question is, this mzee, he has been here for long.
Yeah.
As I believe.
Exactly.
Because me, I was not born here.
Yeah.
This is not my village. Have you ever had any conflict between maybe your dad and Congrats dad before us?
Before us, I don't think.
You don't think?
Yeah.
So you know, now this is a family.
Exactly.
It's a family. That guy has a family. He has made a family. He's a father of this village now.
Exactly.
I believe that.
Exactly.
In this game of YouTube, why is it that
it's changing?
It's changing because it's not changing, but it's taking another space.
Exactly.
Whereby, when I watch your video most of the time, you are on this family. You are on top of this family.
Yeah.
Yeah. Every day, every each month, you are rectifying same family. So from me, maybe I thought there is a problem between
The family.
the families, as the family was growing from the other years back.
Yeah.
But maybe you've clarified that there is no problem.
Exactly.
So why is it that every day you are on this family?
It's because
So we start from because you don't choose. You usually go to marwa.
Yeah.
You come back to congrats dad. You go back to mom, Madam Esther. Yes, am I right?
Exactly.
Congrats, mom.
Yeah.
You go back to
Lady J.
Lady, how do you call it? D Mwango.
D Mwango,
We
yes.
go to David Jr.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why is it you centered in this family? What is the secret?
Let me tell you one thing.
Kindly be wise.
I'm open, my friend,
Yeah,
and I'm
be
telling you
wise.
this as a fact. Look at when everything started. Look at where the YouTube started, when it started. Nobody had any bad intention with anyone. But how the moves are coming out, the moves, we are talking about the moves.
The space
We are right now. And how people treat you and how they tell you. Once, that's why we always talk about, look at the start of this kind of the game to be this way it is. It started with one person. It started with one person. And before even it could start with this one person, it's just the jealousy of some people. They want to talk about it's only our family that did this kind of the platform, and you are coming to milk from this kind of the family. Nobody was bothered about this kind of the family, but we were employed to do this kind of the job. But at large, now it becomes that now this kind of the people, we are going there for making sure that we understand that.
Okay, we go on, guys.
Yeah, I was talking about the space now.
The space, yeah.
Look at the real stuff about when everything now started getting a corner. When we were aligned and accused. From the moms only, talk about the dad and talk about the children. They started accusing us badly. From the first person who started accusing was who? Was the con mom. Talk about the congrats mom. Started accusing and talking about I am the one who stole the fish, and she went so as she can feed the fish at 6 in the morning, but no fish could just come out, and talked about I'm a very bad person. Even he never knew that I was so horrible like that, and he talked about he can even curse me. Much of the things, you understand? And for the real fact about a parent, if you are a real parent and you want to talk about I'm like your son, I'm like talk about such kind of the thing, maybe uncle, whatever, and you are an aged person, are you going to can you solve an issue like
I think you can stand this way. Yeah, this way.
Yeah. Can you go and solve an issue via talking about I don't want to see you, you are a very stupid person, I never want to see you at my home, you are a thief, and I'll ever go to the police, I'm going to accuse you in the police, I'll make sure that you're going to be arrested, I never liked you since you started this kind of a job. You understand? So what can it roll onto your head? It's something that it comes that they never liked you, and why can't they tell you that, hey, in a good way as a parent, and you know how the parents do it, like hey Gintu or Jose, you know how I see some things here, I see like you can just have you can give us a space a little bit. We have some two issues here and there to discuss, so we will call you. Or how can we solve? Yesterday I heard that some fish have gotten outside there. Can you tell me a story how it was?
Do you know anything?
I do know anything about it. You can just come once and promptly just come whenever, just come from here once from here and talk about hey, you are a very stupid man. What are you doing here? Who told you that in this house you are just acknowledged to come here? I have just accused you. Why couldn't I come and talk about, hey, bro? To the real fact, I don't, if you don't have an appointment, don't do with the person who doesn't have an appointment to my area. What I need from you is get an appointment, please. But I don't hesitate to give a room to people like you. You just come, we shall have a video or do this. But you climbing to the top here, I've not felt good. So next time, please come and ask for a chance, so as if you can be given, there's no one is gonna be lending this kind of a bad accusation to you. You can understand, even you can talk about, please bro, I came but not knowing, but if you have said it, yes, I have understood. You can just make some things out of the emotions. But coming to accuse somebody direct, pinpointing and even accusing and talking about, I'm going to be going to the police and you have stole some fish. You understand? So it's something that they're handling. There are some of the things that they're handling that it could be just be handled as man or like a father. You understand? And they're handling them in their own aggressiveness. Talking about, oh, I never liked this kind of person. Maybe you had an influence. Because I'm telling you, when I remained at, when I remained at the villa, I had an impact. Talk about, I had started gaining some impact. Like, even
beneficially?
No, impact of in terms of the positive impact. Like, I was gaining some subscribers. I was gaining much of the views. And I was giving them, I was giving them a hectic time. Because they could come and film. The only project that was going on in the villa was the fish farming.
That was the main project.
The main project. So everybody could come and do what? Could come and talk about
content.
The content. Gintu, can we have a content here? And every time, Yuguno could come, Nasto could come, Boki will come, talk about Gitiriba will come, Gake is there, Mogesu was there.
How many subscribers were you at that time?
I was 4,000.
4,000.
4,000 like 600.
And now?
I'm 7.
7.
Approaching 8.
How many years have passed?
No years.
Came some months.
Yeah.
That was last year.
That was
March.
last year. Not much. It was last year. I was totally being fired in terms of from there. Like talk about Mayday. But the video was done that officially you are terminated from the villa. It was around June.
June.
Yeah.
Last year June.
Yeah. Last year. June.
Are you talking about 2024 or 2023?
2024.
2024.
Yeah.
Really? I'll go and check the last video we made with you because I asked that question.
Exactly.
You remember?
Yeah.
So what you are trying to say is that the approach
was
not good.
It was not good.
But I remember
and how they're handling this kind of
I remember. Sorry, I remember. I once saw a video. I cannot remember that there were 2 boys. I remember even Marwa had put his email for those people who are coming from far and even the near one, saying that if you want to come to my home, just have an appointment. And one day these guys, they came. I don't know where they came, maybe from Narok, I think so. He was a Kikuyu or not, or something of that.
Whenever you say, I might recall.
Yeah.
Okay.
The guy came, he had a picture of Ayamaro as a present, but Ayamaro told them, I don't receive
I don't expect.
I was not expecting you because you might come here and found that I have some visitors and I should not address you. Then you'll be like, I'm looking as a bad person to you. But I would like you to make an appointment before you come. But after all, he really addressed them. And he gave them a shout out, and he took the gift.
Yeah, I understand. It was a pottery.
It was a pottery.
Yeah, I understand.
You remember?
Yeah, I remember. The
so
they came at 6 in the evening.
In the evening.
Yeah, it was 6 in the evening, and I was told to go and film. I was the one filming them.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you made that clarification that sometimes Maro was chasing people if you didn't make the appointment.
If you never made an appointment, and sometimes, I'm telling you this as a fact, sometimes you could look, what an impact do you have to him? What an impact do you have to him? If it's just a less impact, talk about you came the way I'm just here and talk about, hey bro, I've come here to get a shout out. I don't have anything that is a reason it. Talk about, oh, I have something to, you can never go somewhere with the empty hands. You know, empty hands are nothing. You understand? I should have something to trigger myself. Even if you are going to have a job, yes, you should have qualification. Talk about you should have a certificate. Whenever you're going there, what certificate do you have? There's no certificate you have. A certificate meaning.
I understand you, but I think for the upcoming YouTubers, they got there believing that that person has been in the game for long, and he understands that this guy, he need to grow. Like me, for the first time I went there, I never went with any gift. I just went myself and he gave me a shout out.
Exactly, there is it. But when he has announced about there's no coming to the villa without an appointment, he meant it. And this was a very, let me tell you this, my friend, if you have never get it very well. Marwa himself, I'm telling this as a fact, Marwa himself doesn't have any problem with anyone.
Sure.
Me, I'm telling you that as a fact.
Even he has no problem with you.
Doesn't have any problem with anyone.
But why are
But
you
he
always
was
on
being
Why are you
given,
always on
let me
me?
tell you this as a fact now, because I was the one who was there. I was the one cooking for him, serving him.
You know him very well.
I know him A to Z. You understand? Even he gave me the contract. The villa, I was the one who brought there the materials. During that time, I was a driver. You understand? But he never knew who I was.
Who are you now?
During that time I was a driver. Right now I'm a YouTuber and I was a fish farmer. So he gave me a work as a fish farmer after I went to school as a catering and accommodator guy. So I left the job. I was looking for money so as I can just go to the college and sustain my sustainabilities. You understand? So from there now I had to do some other things that I come out from there, because driving is not everything. You understand?
Yeah.
And doing in clubs, because I was one of the biggest bouncers. I was one of the biggest security guards in there, and was a good CCTV guy, controller. And from there now, I just talked about this is just a bullshit work. What can I do so as I can just sustain myself? Why am I going to do this kind of the things to the people only? If you want
guys, the sun is is too hot and things are getting hot here, and we have to make it, guys. And they have burned something from down. I think we can just be at this corner.
The litter system.
Yeah, the litter system. They are collecting some small issues there, and now they are doing what we are calling sanitizing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So the fact now I wanted to tell you is the fact about Marwa himself doesn't have much of the things until the time now the Rocio joined the group. That was the changing point and the turning point of him.
Really?
I'm telling you as a fact. Go check everyone who is complaining A, B, C, D. They will just...
I think we have to look for an opposition. We can be somewhere. Maybe where? Down there or...
maybe at the back. At the back?
At the back. Guys, there is a smoke coming from down there. They are burning some liters, and we need to know. This is my second podcast with Gintu. Trying to see his progress on his project. Things are just cooking. He has a beautiful house ongoing here, guys. You can see, very nice project, and he's making it out of his way. He said that he has nobody who is behind this. This is his own sweat. But tell me down in the comment section, is it real from him as he's speaking? Now here is good.
Yeah, it's good.
We can even sit here, or we can stand here. And elsewhere, maybe the other side, we can go.
No problem.
Yeah, this is his home, guys. He's trying to make some good change and project.
And you know, bro, before we can just go back to that point, you know, the thing that somebody has his own things that makes him to talk about what impact did you get so as you can just start up such kind of a G castle. Some people talk about Gintu has something that triggered him. You know, everybody has something that has ever triggered you. Maybe for somebody like maybe talk about
this is what you are telling me now.
This is the 10,000 bricks. You can just see how they have just
if this is the last one and it's looking this way.
This is the outer ones. You can check. These are the outer ones.
It's looking nice, guys. That means all now they are ready.
They are ready.
They're very ready.
They are ready, exactly.
I think here there is no smoke now coming around, guys.
Exactly.
So you are telling me that Marwa, he has nothing to do with anyone until Rocio came in.
Until Rocio now joined the group.
What did Rocio turn out?
You know, my friend, let me tell you. For the people who are, I'll tell you 2 records. And I'll just get it direct. And this is the direct view from me, what I've just seen. Since she was introduced unto us, you know, we were the people she came and got unto the villa, and Marwa himself told her that these are my family and we are with them here, and we are the people who are helping me A, B, C, D to make sure that the villa is running and everything is sufficient and everything is going on well. But now, after being introduced, she was so nice. She was just visiting everybody. Even I shot a video with her at first. trust, and she was understanding at first.
Yes.
Now, after now, even you right now, when you go to somebody's home, you will act very cool, very silent. No one knows who you are. But now, after staying there for a while, eating food there, shagarabaga, shenanigans there and there, telenovela, you become now to know that you will now become like you are now the owner. Now, when she was now proposed that Marwa started talking about, let me introduce my wife. Now she felt that now everything is under her control. If she was controlling Marwa himself, up to date, I'm telling you, Marwa is being controlled. And that's the fact. And she started talking about, Marwa, I want you to take some boys out of here because they're becoming too many here. We have to make sure that, you know, such kind of the things. You know how our wife started behaving. And talking about, you know, this kind of, we don't have privacy. We have so many people here. You understand? And appointments, you have to get an appointment before coming because now I have a home. But recently, before Rocio could just arrive onto the villa, things were different.
Very smooth.
A person could come just even if it was late at night, you could just come and get an access. You could just come and access the villa and do anything you want, talk to Marwa the way you need, and everything goes on well. You understand? But since she started now controlling, even she could not leave Marwa outside 2 minutes. My friend, I'm telling you that. If there's a time that Rocio was so controlling, even Marwa was so, can talk about it was an impact to him, and he was feeling very bad. Like Rocio now started like controlling him too. That whenever he's coming outside there to talk to the boys, maybe 2-3 things with the boys, Rocio could just come and invade and talk about, he was calling, if I calls the name, Marwa don't respond, he calls somebody and talk about, go call me Marwa. So the boy goes and talk about, Marwa, you're being called. With who? With Rocio there. Marwa talks about, okay, go tell her I'm coming. Then after like 5 minutes, maybe they're having something important they're discussing. You know, sometimes, like you right now, you have to come to Gintu to talk about, hey bro, tell me about the land here. Tell me about how things are going out here. Then, like me now, then I have a Mzungu here. Then I talk about, hey bro, can we just have a walk here? You hear somebody coming and calling me, hey, your wife is calling you. Talk about, go tell her I'm coming, I have some issues I'm solving here, or I have some things I'm doing. Then like 5 minutes again,
you call her back. Now
she comes her own. And she's not coming direct to me, and she stands there and talk about, hey Marwa, come here. You understand? Or hey, Gintu, come here. And it was like forcing that she's so important than everyone else. That's the behavior. I'm telling you that as a fact. Since that time, Marwa started changing because even reacting to people, such kind of reaction to the people, how we could just talk about, I want this kind of person to do this and this. Much of the people were coming, he could just fire people harmlessly. Talk about, hey, I don't like how this kind of Joseph Vegas is doing the work, or this kind of the boys are sleeping here. You can just remember there's a boy who calls Pablo Jr. Pablo Jr. Was just 100 meters from Marwa there. So he was sleeping at the villa, eating at the villa, but he could not do any work there. So there's a day, Rocio talked about, he came while I was in the kitchen cooking, and he told Marwa, I've seen there's a boy, short boy, round, black, and he's only coming here to eat. I don't like that kind of a boy. That's the spot I saw Marwa coming out from the bedroom. One way, and when he reached down there, he called everybody and said that I'm telling this boy, go, I don't need you here. So it means that sometimes they're being forced to do it. And to the real fact, if you say that I want to help this kind of the people, if you see that kind of a boy doesn't have maybe the parents maybe they're shagarabagara here and there, you have to think twice. You have to support, even if you don't understand the guy. What's the problem with the guy? Why is he going but coming to sleep and eat? You can never know the scenario of a person, you understand? And you know, you are the person who introduced to them that I like this kind of the people, I like how they are. You just come. You know what was now forcing Maro now to turn was the time he was telling people, come, you just come, you don't have anything, you just come. We will solve this kind of the things, we'll work on it, I'll help you. You understand? So people got that kind of an urge, and you know how to trigger a human being, an African, telling an African there's a food, there is everything. You just come. We will solve it. You give her money or him money. We will talk about now. This is the point to go and eat. You understand? Yes, Rocio was controlling, but it was not, you know, you can never go to somebody just once and talk about, hey, I don't want to see you here.
No.
You can never say that one.
No.
But the real fact now, it comes to a scenario whereby even the people who she came and got, and they were doing much of the better things. Like, I can give you a small scenario. Look at a guy called Farmer Isa. Farmer Isa had a kitchen garden. He was the one who introduced the kitchen garden that served even during the party until the party was over. Then he went to his home. When he came back, he never came. He knew that I have to come and go on with the kitchen garden. My friend, when he came back, he was told that who gave you an appointment? And when Maro came, he told him, Farmer Isa, you have come. Welcome. You just sit there a little bit. I'm coming. We solve some 2-3 issues. Tell us the story from Kisii. Then we continue. When Rocio came out, my friend, who gave an appointment? And you know now, whenever she's angry, she turns red. Hey, my friend, I'm telling you this as a fact. And the people like Alex who was at the gate, who was told, who told you to open the gate for this kind of the people? Who told you to open the gate for this?
For me, I think you've spoken a lot. I've been listening to you, and I've been triggering something on my head. We are Africans, and we all know how we survive in Africa.
Exactly.
We are brotherhoods. We have grown.
We don't have boundaries.
We don't have boundaries.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what I know. But do you think you can get married?
Yeah.
And someone can change you?
Exactly.
Can someone change your mind? Totally.
But when you go to their home.
When you go to their home.
Yeah.
You can,
because you understand your area.
Now I'm talking about you right now.
I can never change, bro.
You can never change.
Yeah.
So I think by that time, maybe there's something people didn't understand with Rocio. As me, as an African boy, and we know the African women, how they behave. Despite that, Rocio, she's not an African woman, but she's a woman.
Yeah.
I think by that time, Rocio has already conceived.
I understand.
And we understand that when someone is in pregnancy, she's very choosy. Not even Rocio only. She's very, even your wife. Your wife can be pregnant right now, and without knowing, you'll start seeing her selecting some people and even creating hatred to some people without you knowing that she's pregnant.
But to her side.
To her side.
Yeah, not to my side.
Yes, that's what I'm telling you now.
Exactly.
So I think that this came out of her, maybe by choosing people, maybe by selecting people, maybe it was this earlier pregnant. As for me, that's what I can think.
But during that time, it was not.
How many pregnancies does it take until someone is 9 months? So calculate from now, 9 months
backward
to backward. Yeah, she was pregnant.
Who told you during after the part? Who told you she was pregnant?
Maybe.
When did she conceive?
I don't know about that one. That's the private. We cannot discuss it here. But what I was explaining is, if a woman conceive, she can be bitter somehow.
I understand that. I understand. I understand that protocol.
Yeah.
But now that's when the point now comes out clearly. That's the point now. And now Maro was being controlled muchly. He could not come and solve issues out of camera.
We usually say that family comes first.
I don't deny.
Yeah.
Family comes first.
Yeah.
But again, even friends who are just around you, you should not lose them because of talking about that's a part of your family. And when you talk about the family,
he didn't lose all friends. Some of friends.
Much of. Who are so beneficial.
Like?
Huh?
Like
me.
Are you a friend tomorrow?
Yeah.
Why can't you spare? Can you? This is 2025. Yeah. Let me ask you one thing. This is 2025.
2025. Yeah.
Yes. Can you spare him for 3 months? not mentioning his name to your camera?
Do you know he never spared me?
No.
He talked to me.
He spares you.
Who told you he spared me?
He spares you because sometimes he say that I'm a human being. I can make a
Let me tell you one thing.
Yeah.
Yes, he's a human, but
Yes.
he told us if you can use his name and do something corrective and correspondent to the real and people can see what you are doing, continue, man.
But why can't you do that?
What am I doing?
No,
Have you got my statement?
if you are using,
I repeat, or you got a statement?
you say that if you can use
His
Marwa's name
Uh-huh.
for benefit, which is positive,
Which is positive.
continue.
Thank you. I'm your building.
Yours is not positive.
Building is not positive?
Yours, it's coming positive after something.
Yes. My friend, talk about you.
Umechoka? This is my border. I think he is.
No problem.
Are you okay?
No problem.
Waambia tusaidie maji ya kunywa huko tafadhali.
Let me tell you one thing.
No,
You know,
you-
even if you are in a class,
Yeah.
then
You
you are
are-
solving mathematics. Then what we need, the teacher is marking an answer. Whatever you do at the middle there, it doesn't matter. What I need is what?
Answer. But you can have a fake answer.
So let me tell you. That's why I told you there are people who are making sure that things are changing. Is it correct there?
This one not correct. Maybe here. It's correct here. Here is good.
Yeah. What I want to tell you is one. When you are calculating mathematics from A to Z, then the teacher is marking an answer.
Yeah.
And somebody tells you that this kind of a teacher doesn't see the work, the working.
The work
He only sees what?
Answer.
The answer. What are you going to do? You will fake there and ask somebody, hey, bro, hey, what's the answer of this kind of a question? 276. Kilometer. The point to drive home is when he says that use my name, he never mentioned good or bad. So use my name, but do something which people can see.
So for you, you've used his name and
so
you are building.
regardless of using in which kind of a way, but is his name?
His name.
Thank you very much.
Bad or good?
Using his name.
Are you comfortable?
Much.
Sure.
I'm much comfortable because
when we started or you started YouTube, because me I have 6 months right now.
Exactly.
By the way, congratulations to myself because I'm monetized. And don't start beating me because I'm monetized.
No. You roast me, I roast you. That's the only rule I have.
When you started YouTube, whether you are at the villa or out of the villa,
Exactly.
you saw that time how we have been receiving much international visitors. Nyabuhansi even changed to international village.
I understand.
But now you came up with I don't know if you are the team leader of the negative camp. Who is the team leader?
There's no negative in terms of reaction.
Or the
You
other
say-
camp. Let me use the other camp.
There's no other camp. Talk about the reality. Talk about the reality show.
This guy is telling me whatever he's doing is the reality.
I'm opening people's eyes.
Reality by pulling someone's name each year.
Who
Sure.
told you I'm pulling the names? I'm not pulling the names.
By the way,
I'm rectifying.
why are you rectifying one family every day?
It's because
That was my question before we came out of that house.
I'm telling you the fact.
I asked
because-
you, why are you on this one family?
Yeah,
daily?
because I want to rectify them. Because what they are trying to, what they came telling us at first, it's not what is there.
But now it's long time rectifying. Give them space for them to
Who told you
to
there's a-
retrieve, then to continue.
Who told you a mathematics, whenever it's solved in class 8, will never come again to that kind of an exam again?
Sure. So you are still continuing.
It's like a final exam. Whenever we say about
Okay. What do you want for these people to do so that you can stop talking about them? One answer.
There's
So for them to rectify, because you say you are rectifying them, and by rectifying them, you means that there is something you expect from them so that they can change, and maybe by changing, you will stop on mentioning them. What is this that you want them to rectify?
My friend, let me tell you one thing.
Yeah.
It's like you are a journalist then you get a job, and the job you have been given, it's to make sure that you are putting the record straight, or your job is to put everything straight in that office. You understand? Then it comes to a scenario now, they talk about, hey, now you have to change from, or yourself talk about, but what I'm doing here, changing this or strengthening this kind of the records, I don't think. Are you going to be going to change from the top that I don't want this kind of a job? It's either you fire yourself. Talk about I don't have any platform again. But talking about we have to change this kind of the people's attitude, but we have some of the things that are always available that they are doing that are not good to the ecosystem. What we see as we or other people see, it's not what is there. Because even if you go to a riddle or we can talk about
guys, hold on, guys, we need to take water because it's almost 1 hour and 30 minutes talking.
Exactly.
I think it's a very nice podcast today, and even I had not planned for it. I just said that let me check this guy today.
That's what is always being. Oh yeah. Mambiko aital kuruka. Safi. Everything's good, man. Yeah. Let me have a cup of.
So guys, we are going on, and we are almost to the end of this conversation. It has been a good conversation to me, and I believe you guys, I'm expecting a good comment, sweet comment, bitter comment. Let's put any comment you feel like to put so that you can know this. Well, my question, I think this will be the last or second last or maybe 3 questions remaining.
Yeah.
If maybe you're traveling today from here to Nairobi, and it's very urgently, and you are in the bus stop, you find Ayamaro is there, and you are there, and in this bus, we have remaining only with the 2 seats, which is maybe, let's say, seat number 1 and seat number 2, and probably if you have to go, you have to sit maybe number 2, and Ayamaro the seat number 1. Will you make it to Nairobi with same seat?
Let me tell you, my friend.
You and Ayamaro?
I've understood your question. Very, very fantastic. Let me say this as a fact. This is just the content. And everybody chooses the battle. And when we choose the battle, it doesn't matter. When a forest, an axe was introduced to a forest, and the forest, one of the trees said, do you know that it's one of us will ever betray us and be a handle? You understand?
To go and fix the axe.
Fix the axe and we will be demolished. You understand it? So when everything comes out clearly and you're going to be coming back to the society. Do you remember even some of the videos he ever talked about? We were a group outside there, me, Mogesi, other boys here and there. He was ever talking about I sympathize with the other boys, but when I see Gintu, I can talk about Gintu is making a step and is now building, and the other boys are doing this and this and this.
Which video was that?
There's a video that was in a live stream.
How soon?
It was last year. Last year, yeah. Okay. And it was talking about such kind of the things, talking about the boys in the village. And the fact is one, as he ever said in one of the videos, that he roasted us. And I listened to that video from A to Z. And he was talking about if this kind of the people, they are using my name. And they can use my name, whether bad or good, but they can do something corrective or something good in the village. Let's everybody eat and everybody should go on. And I don't deny it. You understand? So now choosing how can I use his name, it's now my own tactic. So other people use his name in a good way for him. It's their technique because they saw this is the only way I can go. So not everybody will ever go in a one road. There are other some branches there. So if I see that this branch area get this shortcut, I'll get to the other end. It's better, but you have your own strategy. Not everybody come out with a strategy of talking about we have to go forward. You understand? And that is the biggest thing I ever did because I don't want to be like I'm.
So I ask you a question. You've not answered me.
If we sit in one bus, I'm telling you this. I was coming to the answer that there's now much things that cannot be resolved, and there's nothing ever that can never be coming to an end. And the fact is one, because I've ever been receiving calls. Even there's a day I went to Nyabu.
You are good to go.
So whatever I was talking about is when we found ourselves sitting in one seat of a bus and making sure that we have to go from one place in kilometers, you will just wonder that how are we going to cherish ourselves and talk about you will ever tell me that they are my friend. You will wonder the time that there are people who never thought about give me the other bit, because now it is mine.
Yes,
now it is not yours.
This one.
The fact now comes out clearly is this one. The time I met with David Jr. And this is the fact. When I met
Where did you meet?
Nyabuanse, at his own construction site. I met with him there. We had a conversation of more than an hour.
Sure.
Yeah. And he was telling me much of the things. Nobody could ever. And even Ernest passed and saw us there. Masubu one passed and found us there. Much of the people, even border, they were wondering. Gintu with David Jr.?
How?
So sometimes I'm telling you what you think about it's a so chaotic thing. You can find that Gintu is the one who is now you are thinking about. Gintu is the worst. Whenever he comes, he might be the one who is invited, even if you are not invited. Do you know that one?
So the fact is, you are after the content.
Not only after the content, we are rectifying the mistakes which were done, so as it can never be done again. You can talk about we were not doing something corrective while we excavated and we came out with how girls were being given the pregnancies as minors. Was that a beneficial to that team, or it was a negative to that team?
It was a negative.
It was a negative. So why can't we rectify? Not everybody can talk about it, and they do it, but they cannot talk about it, and they know themselves. But when we rectify such kind of the things and come out excavating and exposing it, it's gonna be very fantastic. So as next time, whenever they are coming again to our gathering, they'll consider we don't want aged people here. We don't want people who are just below 18. So this is a call for them that next time they'll do something better than that. Next time, whenever you are putting, like you're talking about some condoms there, they know how to put their language out. Not talk about we need some children to be developed here. And at large, who are developing children are the children again. You understand? So it's something that we have to rectify. You understand?
Later on, I asked you that if anyone will ask you, if is there any mistake that family did, can they rectify once and then you stop talking about them?
They come out to their channels and rectify what they put onto the platform. They started it into the platform. They have to end it in the platform. I told you the other day, the same time. I told you that if you want to rectify what you started, if you started it onto the platform, rectify it with the platform again. Come out clearly and say, we are sorry for the people we have hurt. Everybody that have hurt, we are sorry about it. And even to this and this and this and this, because they came out with our name, real names, and talked about Gintu stole my fish and this and this. We are sorry about it, but we came to know it was this and this and this and this. And for the real fact, Gintu never did this and this and this and this. We are sorry for what happened. And to Mogesi, sorry for what happened, and we have now A, B, C, D for what they talked about the accusation of that kind of person. Talk about to this kind of a strong man, this and this happened, but we are sorry about this. They came out rectifying the mistakes, how they put it onto the platform.
You yourself, have you ever tried to rectify yourself? Maybe saying that even if I was wrong, I'm sorry. Have you ever done that?
How yet the accusation came without...
Yes, I understand you. But have you
shot
ever,
a video the first time.
Have you ever been in a position of saying that I did this, or I never did this, but you say I did this. If I did that, then I'm sorry.
If you say that I never did it, then you say I'm sorry.
No, have you ever in that position? Or can you be in that position?
I can be in that position if I did it. But if I never did it, like talking about I'm sorry, I never did it. So whom are you telling sorry then? What's the sorry for? Say that I never did it, but rectify yourself.
I heard that Mogesi has moved from this team. Is it really?
This team over there?
Gintu's
everybody is doing. I never had a team. Talking about a team, we were just friends.
You are friends.
And we were sharing thoughts together.
So I've heard
talking
that
about you know we have development and we have something called we have to move from one place to another. We don't have to sit in one thing every time and then. Sometimes it comes to expire. You understand?
Are you still together? That's what I mean.
We are together. We are meeting. We are cherishing together. But the fact is, if we have to go forward, we have to go forward. If you decide that I want to follow this channel, I ever talked about that kind of a thing at once, and they talked about Gintu is out of the three amigos because I said everybody now should start looking. I should not be moving from here 1.5 kilometers to the Mugezi's home so as I can shoot a video. Well, I can shoot it while I'm just at home here. You understand? So that was the fact about it. But we are together in terms of talking and doing some other things.
What was the last video that you made with him?
The last video?
You make. When was that?
The last video we made, I met him while he was talking about he was attacked with the Virginia. I was there at the boutique. He called me himself and talked about, come I show you. And he gave me a recording. He sent my recording to my WhatsApp and talked about watch that recording. I talked about, oh, what is it for? And let me go look for the data so that I can open. Then whenever I opened, he talked about, oh, I've seen it. Then he told me that come very, very fast so as you can just check. Then I arrived there. I thought about the Juniza and to the boutique. But when I reached there, I talked about, he has now come out right now here. And talked about, now why couldn't you restrain him there so as you can just arrive? You have let him go. So there's nothing there again. You understand? So when I reacted about that kind of a video, and I was supporting him very much, talking about you should not do such kind of a thing. The Junior should have done such kind of a thing. And they came again to the following time telling me that we should go to the police and report the case. And the fact is, one, I was not there. Even the video was sent to me. How am I going to report as a witness now? So it could be so difficult. And it was not even in that morning that it happened around 10 a.m. They talked about we go and report at night.
At night?
So it was.
Oh, the incident was in the morning.
In the morning. So we go at night. How?
It's not
so
sounding.
So talk about it doesn't sound to me.
But I think you know, when they usually say we agree to disagree or we disagree to agree.
Exactly.
I think we are not supposed to go to that an extent that because Gintu has attacked me on the online, he has done this and this and this, and now I should face you physically to hit you or to beat you. I think we are not supposed to be in that position.
Exactly.
So me personally, I've never met with Mugezi, so I don't know what happened there. If really Mugezi wanted to hit David Jr. with the motorbike, or how was it? How did you get it yourself?
I got it like the guy was talking about, I am sorry, we never intended to have to hit you. So it was something that was coming from Ernesto, and it was the thing that was bringing some of the things out which was not correctly. And the fact is that the mistake that David Jr. did, even if they were about to hit you, but not going to the same business and just access the boutique and do harmless things there, everything was down.
Actually, I saw the video. I think what made the video. Yes.
We never had some differences of talking about Gintu this and this and this, but the fact comes out clearly that we have to go forward ourselves, and we are the people to rectify, and we are the people to kill it. If we come out to rectify, we can rectify it. But who are coming to rectify? And who are coming to say that I'm sorry? That's the biggest equation. Who gonna start about I'm sorry?
You can start. You can start.
But I was not the one who started it into the platform.
Okay.
Nobody will ever understand me. That Gintu now is sorry for what?
Let's give it time.
Yeah. Now the time will tell. And if this kind of the solidarity will ever come to an end, it's becoming that we should put our thoughts together and sit down as gentle people and discuss the matters, not some issues, matters that are concerned with the village, not our issues. And if we come to such kind of a conclusion, we're going to talk about thank you very much, and everything will be coming to you live, which is one-on-one, and the time tense. That's why we talk about that's why one of the guys was talking about, and to your team, watch the space.
Watch the space.
Yeah.
That is Gintu, and he said let's give time, let's give the space.
Time will tell. Tomorrow is another day.
Thank you so much for hosting me.
Thank you very much, bro.
I've learned a lot from your project.
Everything is
and may God bless you.
Yeah.
Maybe one day you'll be on a far end.
We are coming. and we are going. And never hesitate yourself, even you. Never think about you are low. My friend, tomorrow is another day.
Tomorrow is
no one
another day.
expected Gintu will ever have a GCAS.
Yeah.
No one will ever expect that anyone in the village talk about even Priska Sagat will ever have a home. Bas will ever have a home. You understand? So never ever talk about or give up. Tomorrow is another day. That's what I ever tell people. Tomorrow is another
Tomorrow is another day, guys. Meet him in the next video. Thank you so much for those who people have been supporting me. Thank you so much for returning viewers. Now we are fully monetized. The work has begun right now, and you'll be expecting much more podcasts from Nyabohanse and from every corner of this area wherever it's touched. Thank you so much. May God bless you. Meet him in the next video.
kudos.
Kudos.